Hey everyone, Cars here from ADifficultTruth. We gotta talk about cancel culture and how it's negatively affecting discourse. Cancel culture was originally intended to hold elites accountable. For example, if a celebrity had a Me Too moment and they weren't really punished for it, well, canceling them was supposed to be the remedy for that. You would boycott their movies or boycott their TV shows and publicly shame them, so on and so forth. But recently, this cancel culture has morphed way past its original meaning and intention. Much like OK Boomer is now being used for everyone and not just boomers.
Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer.
Heck, it's not even being used to hold elites accountable anymore. It's just people sending mobs because someone said something they disagreed with. Now, social media definitely has played a part in this, as something can go viral and easily paint a target on a person's back and draw the ire of thousands of people relatively quickly. And it's even dangerous when they start posting their jobs, photos, address, phone numbers, kind of like how Andy No is casually doxing people on Twitter. Yeah, that's where we're at in today's political discourse, and if the left wants to win, we cannot be like that too. It's off-putting, and anyone looking at this from an outsider perspective is not going to want to join our movement, and in these times, we need as many allies as we can manage. Sure, I know we will never disagree with everyone, and heck, even leftists don't agree with each other, but we have to understand that at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we must work together on the things that we can agree on and stop using this cancel culture as a bludgeon to silence or harm those who disagree with us. We can't be engaging in this behavior because it's not what leftism is about, and it's not what socialism is about. And quite honestly, it brings out the worst in human behavior. Now, I've talked about the cancellation of ContraPoints before, but this happens to be a good example.
The people who are most vulnerable to cancel culture are not white guy comedians. They're not James Charles. They're not me. They are marginalized people who feel like they have nowhere else to go when they're rejected by their community. That means struggling trans people with a few hundred Twitter followers. It means a lot of sex workers. It means people who totally rely on activist circles for emotional and material support.
Contra is literally one of, if not the biggest single lefty YouTuber, and has done so much for the left, and without even reaching out with constructive criticism. Instead, a mob, sadly of the same people she constantly defends and advocates for, cancelled her. This left her depressed and she fell back into alcoholism. Yeah, this is not just online harassment. These things translate into the real world, and that's where it gets dangerous. I think it's for the best and in our own interests that we simply do one last cancellation. The cancellation of cancel culture. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. We do live streams there every morning with news and politics from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ADifficultTruth. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/ADifficultTruth. You can also follow us on SoundCloud and listen to the podcast there, soundcloud.com/ADifficultTruth. I'll post all the links in the description below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya!